Hi there, and welcome to Drum Stuff. Here we have, this is a Premier APK Heritage Jazz that I purchased with my own money. Nobody gave to me to review. But this is kind of a review. This is just kind of a couple things. This is a great kit. Let me just show you this, okay? Now, I have a YouTube fan, BONZOLEUM friend with the handle Snare. Snare, you're a good man. I'm not doing this to annoy you, but these really are great drums. I want to give a little advice to some folks. Again, I'm not being compensated, honest to God, in any way, but this way I can just, it's a partial tour of my drums too, right? This is a great little kit. It's Premier APK, has a 14-inch deep bass drum, which is magical. They finally, on the lower line kits, have been starting to come back to 14-inch depth, 14-inch depth, unlike the 20s and the 24s. 22s, I haven't really seen it yet, with the exception of those club day thingies they did. And then also, too, there was the Ludwig element, with the psychedelic wrap. Anyway, so this is sort of like a white marine pearl wrap. Beautiful. These things are on eBay now. There's a seller selling them for like $350. I think shipping might be like 30 or 40 bucks. I would recommend scoring one of these. At the very least, as a gigging kit. It's all birch. It's made really well. But this is sort of the precursor, because I'm going to play with some snares now, too, just for fun. But I would seriously recommend one of those babies. Okay? 8x12, 14x14, 8 lug floor tom. Alright, so that's one of, I know it's a foreign-made kit. Premier's a foreign company, British, even if they're still in existence, but that's a nice kit. So now we're going to move to where I'm sitting at the drums. There. Yeah. So there it is. Okay. Very nice. So what I'm going to do now is right here, plop on that snare stand, a couple different snares, and you won't see them. Well, yeah, you will, but let's just see how they sound differently, if in fact they do. Here is one I especially adore, is the 3x13. It's a student drum. I'd say it's about more or less half the makeup of the original Ludwig, like poplar maple mixture, but it looks like there's Luan in there. But there is at least, I think, there's 2 maple plies, because the inside ply is maple and the outside ply is maple. It looks like, anyway, so I'd say maybe this is a 6 ply, I think, from what I'm looking at. Nice drum. Okay, but let's hear it. Most important. That's a rimmy rim shot. Now what we're going to do is put on let me jump in Gemini. Let's put on, this is a, testing. This is a Pearl John J.R. Robinson snare that I just got from one of the fellas on, Tony, I think, on Drum Forum, God love him, I think. Now here we are with the 14, right? 4x14. Now that's tuned way high for my taste, but let's check it out anyway. Now that is a sort of real Chad Smithy. Alright, so let's just detune this baby a smidge, shall we? Where the hell are my drum keys? Somebody give me this. Let's see. Hellstone. Anyway, there you go. Don't drink and drum. So I'm just going to tune what I'm doing here. Let me just kind of feel, when you're just going to detune it, definitely you got to kind of go, think of this as a triangle, okay? So you sort of with the 10 lug sort of approximate it. Here. Let's hear that sound. Well, it's still way tight. Alright, well, you know why? I think it's a die-cast rim. So I'm trying to skip the ones I skipped. It's a die-cast rim, and those babies distributed real even, so that might be, so I'm going to bring this down a fair amount. Do it kind of by feel. There. Okay, now again, I'm just detuning the top head of this guy a little. buzz on the bottom. Yeah. Check the tunes. And you know what? This isn't even as cranked, I think, as I want it to be. It's kind of the opposite of how I normally do it, I reckon. Let's, I think, give this a whirl. So I'm tightening the bottom from where it was. Let's see what kind of, that should give us a pretty nice, hang on. So this J.R. Robinson thingy here from a very kind person on the DFO. Okay, so now I pretty, I'd say at least a good full 2 notes. Da da da, probably tighten it. Okay. Let's try this now. Aha! I don't know, maybe from there it doesn't sound too good. That sounds pretty good. It's still freaking high pitch though. Let me just get one of these guys. It's still just, ooh, that's tight. Thompson. Do that very well, but anyway. Then we'll put a snare, or I mean a wallet. Again, I know. That's still really tight. So let's now this is, I guess, for die-hard BONZOLEUM fans only. It's not one you just want to be stuck with. Oh, hang on, we're getting somewhere with this. Slowly but surely. Alright, hang on, let's try that. One of these areas is significantly tighter than. You'll have dug dug da 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 meow 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 dug bow bow dug. Tighter there. Ah, I just messed that up. There it is. Alright. Right, the snare wire is back. We're not. Ah. Hang on. Flip you over again. Kind of getting now an 8 low. This is 10 still. Getting a 3 straight across. Okay. Perpendicular from the bum 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 bum. Alrighty. Let's try that. Oh, but the jackass if this doesn't sound. Okay, let's try now. Ah, it's a little better. What is it? like a minute, it'll get better. It's better. Keeping it real, people. Honest to God. I mean, but hopefully this will demonstrate that my roll gets better. I know it's not so good here. It gets better the more I do it. My left hand will sort of chill out. Slowly but surely. The J.R. Robinson. Excuse me, J.R. You gotta... Don't shoot J.R. Alright, Sam. Now, oh my God, I forgot I had this. I got this on eBay. This is a 10 log. People saw... I don't know if they thought this was like one of those cheesy Gretsch copies or... I don't know. I guess these could be actual Gretsch logs. But some of the companies, even like the Ludwig accents, were using... A couple companies use what are clearly, I think, Gretsch knockoff lugs, and they get away with it. But anyway, I guess maybe there's no patent anymore, or whatever. Copyright. So this is one of those 3 mil thick, crazy heavy snares that everybody thought was a El Cheapo snare, but I recognized the in some of the pictures the fact that it was this kind of drum, because I looked closely. Plus it has a P83, which sometimes those babies go for 60 or 70 bucks. So I think I got this for maybe $1.15. So now, I'm normally not a fan of these. They're just so honking heavy. They're like sonar-y. No, actually, that's not bad at all. It actually sounds like a wood drum in a bizarre way. That's my technique. What I've been trying to do is to move the grip on my buzzes to my thumbs and possibly even try and learn that hand thing, but I can't do it with my left hand. Take the spot. That's that guy. Look at how, I mean, it's, you know what it actually really frickin' looks like? It's not really a 3 mil. I mean, I guess it is, but it's not. I mean, normally they have rings, I guess, re-rings, for whatever reason on these big-ass guys. But this is welded. It almost looks like a, almost like a done it. Ron done it. All the way through, because there's no flange or anything. Anyway, so it has those fake Gretsch lugs, blah blah blah, P83, blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's now try. Let's try. Oh yeah, this guy right here. Now this is a neat little drum. I had to buy one of these babies. I had to buy this guy. Ah! Well, that was my Tama watch. Alright, my Tama metronome I've had since the dawn of time. And I'm probably just shattered to bits. Alright, that's it. So this is a drum craft, all birch. Came black and has these satiny sort of Jack DeJohnette kind of heads, top and bottom. I can tell you that this is heavier, the bottom head, than I would like it to be. And it has those German wires that, you know, that have sort of been all over the joint. Or at least, you know, from Germany or designed in Germany or whatever. That seem to have a weird buzz, kind of, in a weird way. I'm not sure what that is. But anyway. Yeah, that's kind of... 6.5 by 13. Kind of cool. Try the buzz again. Do that. My left hand has that smackety smack, and I'm trying to get rid of this. And sort of, or try maybe even apply a slight smack then to the right. You seem to have different initial impact sounds, which isn't conducive to a good. One of the things not conducive to a good roll. But you know, there's another thing that's bizarro. I notice, like my doubles, what I do with my doubles. What I do is kind of funky, like it's kind of like a drop patch. I know guys that have well, gals too, that have great doubles, but it's almost like they're playing a buzz. Like it's the same kind of buzz thing, except that they're getting doubles, and they're very even. Like mine sounds so choppy. Well, I mean, even I just guess I'm not executing them. Try it this way. Guys or gals, they seem to make it, sorry, like a more open buzz. And like try to bring it up that way. And I can't seem to do that. So it's like what I would consider to be a buzz, but they somehow bring that crush up to just 2 strokes. I think that's like the genesis of getting those types of doubles. I just can't seem to frickin' do it. These are still more open buzzy. Like that, I guess. That's almost like, I mean, they obviously execute them a lot better, but that's kind of it. You know, I'm almost like versus the that I naturally kind of do. At least my left hand. When I do those. That's a different hand action than when these guys seem to do these doubles really more with these are the drum guns. That's patented. Do you know I copyrighted that? Drumstick guns, right? So watch. So anyway, so for me, this buzz, which is sloppy, that method I'm kind of employing. Just squeezing, trying to slow down. Because I get so tense. Turn it into a double. Like that kind of. And I do find that practicing on the top of a hi-hat for doubles is like that with the ball tip thingy. Not. Well, actually, you know what? The hi-hat is terrific for 2 different ways. One, for relying on those doubles, but also 2, for like straight rudiments. You're not getting, it's not like it's this. Make it a little slight, but so you do like. mean? Which is kind of really good. You're playing here. Well, that's what I do. That's what I've been trying to increase my sort of open strength. But for the closed, with those doubles, I said I don't do even kind of with the. But that I'm trying to now rely on sort of the buzzy fingery thing that I've been yapping about again and again. Would be well practiced on top of the balls. Which is what I'm going to do, because I've never understood how folks can do that. I see, like my friend Ryan, he's a great drummer. He does those doubles. I mean, you know when people just have those great doubles, where it's just like, I mean, there's no, it sounds like it's the same hand moving really fast. Like a bunch of things just of the same weight and caliber hitting this perfectly. Perfectly spaced, perfectly tempered in dynamics. And again, those always seem to me to come out when people do them with those fingers. Anyway, alright, so the Drumcraft Birch, I don't know how the hell I got off that. Birch Drumcraft, again, this is a lot heavier than I would use. It's not the same, well, it's the same freaking width. Maybe it is the same gauge, maybe slightly thinner than that. Look at that, 10 freaking logs. They were blowing these things out on Musician's Friend. There's actually freaking re-rings in here. It's the coolest looking drum. This was 150 shipped. Lignum Birch. So anyway, Drumcraft, yeah. You know, I gotta tell you though, I don't understand how a lot of drum companies these days are making any money. Or even the cymbal companies. It seems like there's so many offerings. Is there really that much of a piece of a pie out there? Another thing too, maybe for those producers to worry about is, could we be at the end of the rock band, you know, that rock where they play the instruments, where all the kids got introduced to old and classic rock? Entirely possible that we might be at the tail end of that boom. So they're going to have all these companies, each one with their 9 different lines of drums, and the drums, even at the very bottom 2 and 3, are built better than are like top of the line stuff. For nothing. I mean, again, $350 for these things, for these 3 drums. It came with the snare, too, for the love of God. So, drum companies, I don't know. So anyway, Drumcraft. You know, I actually did say, I didn't say this to Ludwig. I didn't tell them this angle. Well, you know, maybe I did. Did I send an email to Gary DeVore again? I don't think I did. But my point is, you know, me and a lot of other drummers have been yapping about bringing back the Ludwig Imperial for the wood snares, which would go flat, right? But even if, like, there is a major saturation, which there is in the drum market, a great way for Ludwig, a great American company, to protect itself would be maybe to start producing, or at least offering, some of that blatantly older stuff. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, you're just catering to older guys. Well, you know what the thing is? If it extends the life of a company, I mean, I think if you go for the old classic stuff, the old lugs and stuff, you're going to have at least a lot of 30 and 40-year-olds living for another 40-year-olds really thinking of Ludwig, as long as you really keep the whole old mojo like Harley Davidson going on with it. All right, anyway, so back to my 3x13 that I do love so much. Okay, so again, nobody's guessed the snare drum date. You know, so everyone gets 2 guesses. Most people have gotten them. But, I love that. It's a little baggy now. Stand by. Well, it's like, hang on. A little Stuart Copeland action. Anyway, so this is, I guess, sort of a video about nothing. But anyway, here's some gear that's kind of cool. Oh, here are the heads. And I made a video about changing the head, so. A lot of buzz in there from the snares. I'm sorry, but I'm too lazy to move this 30-pound freaking aluminum. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm getting into the studio. Racks, tracks, that should be great. I'm still trying to figure out a better way to video. Thanks for watching. Keep guessing the snare thingies, and some more videos on the way. An actual Zeppelin. I'm going to do Zeppelin No Quarter Live, 1973, Madison Square Garden, which I do believe, actually, watching... there's a good thing, the Garden tapes. I don't know if it's online anymore, but it was a website some genius had made, God love him or her, took all like the edit points on the soundtrack, what nights they came from and what pieces. Marvelous. See, that's the kind of stuff, Jimmy Page, we're looking for. Another thing too, I'm going to make a video called Dear God next, so we can get the Zeppelin stuff flowing from Senor Page. So, new people, guess the snare I'm thinking if you want. Remember, it's, you know, you got to guess it. And more videos on the way. New York, No Quarter, 1973, which I was going to say, I think was one take all the way through. I don't think there's really any edits in it. Maybe a couple. But a hell of a lot fewer than in all the other tunes on there. So, more videos on the way. Thank you.